Hello everybody, welcome to Kirby Planet Robobot again. You may recall, as of last episode, we are on the final level of the game. And yet this little thing in the corner here insists that we're only 48% done with the game. Fortunately, this isn't an exact accurate analogue of how much more we have to do, which I shall now demonstrate by completely torpedoing the pacing of my own series and doing some bonus mini-games that we've had for a little while. Why on earth would you do this now, you might ask? Well, I know how this goes. No one watches the bonus content. If I don't do this now, no one will ever watch it. So first one, 3D Rumble. Kirby 3D Rumble. I actually attempted this one a little while ago, which is why there are 2 levels unlocked. But my first attempt at it was so abysmal that, we're doing it again. I didn't even realize you could jump off the stage like that until my attempt at recording it, because I'd never done it before. It wasn't very good, and so now I'm attempting a new thing wherein I record gameplay first and then commentary over it, which I can already tell is a bad idea and is way more trouble than it's worth. But anyway, 3D Rumble. Where this whole thing is, you have to run around and defeat enemies in a 3D space as quickly and as, efficiently as possible. You know, you're like timed and scored on these sort of combos. It's kind of fun like that. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's a series of levels wherein your whole objective is to defeat mainly Waddle Dees, so I shall be postponing the use of the Waddle Dee counter. Also, you gotta pick up them coins get you points too, so don't forget to do that. So yeah, no, as you can see, it's basically a case of waiting for the right moment to shoot to get the biggest, most gratifying combo. You pick up all 3 of them at once, and then wait for those 2 to align. Gotcha. Kirby in 3D space is a little bit... I don't know, it's interesting. I think there's some mileage for like a sort of side game where you have this. I think they attempted to experiment with it a little bit in this sort of weird Kirby fighting game. See if the copy abilities could work in 3D space. I didn't buy it. A lot of minigames nowadays are sort of like trial runs for a deluxe definitive edition to be released on eShop. Like DDD Drum Dash is one from the last game we have like a sticker of one of them. Okay, I take a lot of stupid damage, that's not... Anyway, we have a boss in this. This is Masher, who I am informed is an old school Kirby enemy too, although again of the kind that hasn't really come back very often, because I've never seen him until he appeared right now. So that, you know. Well, I beat him. That's level 1 of 3 done. It's pretty short, it's not bad. There's a lot of things you can do with it. Like, it holds you to a pretty high standard, I guess, like full combo, speed clear, no damage. There's lots of like scope to challenge yourself in this mode, I guess, and it's quick too. Like, it took barely a minute, so you can just sort of do it and try to improve every time. It's cool. Alright, so level 2. Let's just watch this fall apart immediately like that. There we go. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, I don't do so well in this one, I think. Like, there's a lot of funny, weird moving enemy patterns. Or you could just suck up 3 at once, that works too. Alright. Sort of hit as a grizzly boy. I think they're called Grizzo. Yeah. Maybe large, they take a little bit to suck them up. Yeah, there we go. That. shooting diagonal is a bit of a toss-up in this mode. It's difficult enough to get used to 4 different directions, so I'll usually not shoot like, I don't know, whatever, here we go. Shoot over there, good, smart. Tuck them 2 up. Fire, good. Alright. And that's the final level already. See, it is quite quick. But there's many opportunities to challenge and improve, or just mess up like that. That was quite sad. Oh, come on, you gotta hit those. If I ever shoot diagonally, I almost guarantee it was by accident. And another slightly larger mashy man. He's got like a D-pad on his chest. I don't know, I think there is scope for, I don't know, Kirby in 3D. Like, Masher is pretty simple, but it's a fun little like demonstration of, hey, this might be how it could work. However, if I were to hover a little bit more, like float around, I'm sure I could very easily trivialize a lot of what you can do. I think you can float just like regular Kirby as much as you want. I just don't do it. There we go, speed clear apparently, all coins, but still only a silver. Yeah, that'll be the combo that got me. Level 3 unlocked, alright, that's the last one, there are only 3 of them, but that's fine. It is a little minigame after all. Yeah, I'm gonna start speeding this up going forward. Yeah, I made a joke before about this being sort of the anime filler arc of the Let's Play, and kind of, yeah. I haven't really watched that many anime, to be perfectly honest, like maybe only like a small handful, like 5 of them to the very end at the very least. That and about a dozen Ghibli movies, because hey, Ghibli is on Netflix now. What a world we live in. That's great. Yeah, no, that absolutely makes up for the, all the stuff that's happening. Pandemics and racism and... But, Kirby, you may notice they've included Scarfies now, which is great, because you can't inhale those. I feel like there's something to be said about certain, like, memorizing the patterns the enemies spawn into, so you can shoot them in a more efficient manner than I am right now. I mean, it works, but I don't think it gives me a particularly big score. Alright, that was just pitiful. Alright. Combo is getting up pretty high though, which is real nice. Now this is a boss rush of sorts, featuring all of the mashers that we have previously encountered plus 1 more. I think, yeah, no, my combo goes basically instantly. That's fine, don't forget to pick up the coins, they add points too. Shouldn't be too big of a problem though. Excellent, press 1 down. I'm not really sure what else to say, we've done this before. Although I am able to take this one out pretty quickly, I think. Nicely done, not sure why you paused it, there you go. And now... we have Big Super Mega Red and Gold Horned Masher with Shield. As you may imagine, the shield has the ability to reflect some of your projectiles to make it just that little bit longer to defeat him. Yeah, these mashes are pretty simplistic, and I'm pretty sure you can just hover over their attacks to avoid getting hit if you really care about getting that perfect. But I don't know, I like... I said before, I think it's an interesting demonstration of bosses in 3D space, how they like sort of forehand, backhand, adjust their trajectory in 3D space. It's kind of cool to see, and like, could be expanded on in Kirby if you want to make a game like that. Yeah. I'm not sure if there are any like 3D Rumble leaderboards or something where pro strats like flying over everything is mandatory. Oh boy, there he goes. That's enough about that. I don't think there's anything of the sort. This is just a challenge yourself. You know, nice sort of. Cool. Right. Yep. That was pretty good. But yeah. There's still room for improvement though, which is good. Like, you get like a super duper platinum trophy if you do like really well. So like, that was a good minigame, right? Like, short and like really replayable, you know, good. This is not that. Team Kirby Clash is a ill-conceived attempt to merge traditional RPG sort of game mechanics with regular Kirby. And like, that seems like a pretty inoffensive idea to like... But there are like things about it that mean it doesn't work quite so good as, you know, a minigame. Which I shall try and demonstrate throughout the course of this. Alright, so we have our two like teammates here. You can play as either Sword Guy, Beam Guy, Doctor Guy, or Hammer Guy. I would recommend the Sword Guy because it disrupts how you play regular Kirby the least. A lot of these others have like slightly extra features that are a little too much trouble to get to grips with than it's worth. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm not too keen on, but that's like not the most problematic thing about it. It's basically a boss rush. So we're fighting a series of like bosses and being ranked on how well we do, I guess, is what that is. This first one is, I don't know, Gigant Edge. Gigant Edge? I don't know. He's a guy from Return to Dreamland, a mini-boss from Return to Dreamland. The main differences I can find in how Sword Kirby works in this, it's kind of like, alright, the spin attack takes slightly longer to charge than usual for some reason, and that throws me off quite a bit, and I don't know why they bothered to do that. But other things, like the Doctor has the ability to heal people, Sword has like the ability where his shield protects like multiple people, that makes sense, and it sort of like feels like a natural enhancement for multiplayer Kirby. So that's alright, I guess. This thing is a little like tablet, which drops down from the sky and does a little bit of burst damage. That's okay. Run out of things to say. The Beam Guy, I think, his charge attack does this little thing you can see where it's like strange time beam. If you hit him enough time, it does something, but we're gonna kill him before it matters. Alright, there we go. Victory! That wasn't so good. But that's, well, the thing is, it naturally gets a little bit easier to do this sort of thing because you're leveling up and getting stronger as RPGs are wont to do. I really don't see what the real point of this feature is, and it becomes actually problematic a little later on, but it's a little difficult to showcase that right now. Mr. Frosty, the Ice Beast, is that what he is? I've never heard him referred to as a beast before. Mr. Frosty, oh boy, he's a recurring Kirby enemy too, of the ice variety. He wasn't in this game though. It's possible he got, I don't know, got nicked for public indecency, because he just, I don't know, leaves his butt hanging around for everyone to see. That's really not okay, friend. I mean, like, did your suspenders just break or something? Like, he's clearly aware of it. Perhaps he just enjoys getting a reaction out of people. Sad, vile little walrus man. Yeah, I don't hold much love for Mr. Frosty, even though he's been around for so long. He's... Okay, see, now we have the time stop mechanic in action. If you hit them with time beam enough, it will freeze them. Well, that was incredibly easy. Would be even easier if I had had more than 2 party members. Then it's just kind of sad. Alright, level up again. Reached level 3. We did good. Stamina and things and that. The rosiness increased by 4. Not that it matters. Okay, see, that's a little cute, actually. That is a reference to another strange dabbling into Kirby RPG-isms that appeared in Kirby Superstar Ultra, a single boss in Superstar Ultra that like functioned as sort of like a parody of turn-based combat. It was actually a lot of fun. Like, it spawned these like wizards and dragons and things. Like, you would have a window to attack, and then they would have a window to attack. It was a really unique idea, and it was a lot of fun every time. Like, I can't believe I almost forgot about that was even in the game. God, I miss Superstar. Anyway, we have ourselves a new party member. Dr. Hillmore. Based on Doctor, of course. The added thing to him is his Hold B Scatter Pills About attack has been replaced by a healing sort of aura that increases in size depending on how long you charge it. Which again is a pretty interesting addition to, you know, multiplayer Kirby. I also like the sort of fantasy coat of paint he's been given, like his pills are now gemstones. That's cute. I still wouldn't play as him though. You can more or less rely on an NPC to spoot out heal aura every now and again, whereas I wouldn't count on them to reliably deal damage as quickly as you possibly could. Man, time beam lasts actually a really long time. Oh boy. This background looks almost Xenoblade Chronicles-y. You know what I mean? Like the sloping cliffs. It's very like distinctive Guar plains. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's been a while since I played Xenoblade. Alright, quest 4. Pyrabbit. He was a boss from Triple Deluxe. And really not a very fun one to have to deal with, to be perfectly honest with you. I believe the fight takes quite a long time, actually. He's just a problem. He hops around in the background, in the foreground, in the background. Ah, yes. And he also eats you, yes. Suppose while I got the time, I could try my hand at recommending more things to you. Alright. Before quarantine hit, I was watching a thing called The Owl House. I think it's stopped broadcasting for a little bit. But, you know, it was quite a nice animated show on Disney Channel. It was done by one of the people who worked on Gravity Falls, one of Alex Hirsch's little minions. And it kind of shows. It's kind of like if that show was written by someone who's about 20% more goth, female, and a fan of Little Witch Academia. That's not a joke either, like, there's a character in there with a dead ringer for Diana Cavendish, which honestly I don't mind, considering Diana was high-key the best part of that show. I think, like, I would also maybe recommend Little Witch, definitely. Even after I just said I don't watch much anime. That's one of the ones I have, and it's quite nice. I don't know, it's just, it's unusual for a cast of largely female anime characters to be basically without any examples of fan service or sexualization, basically ever. Honestly, when I say it like that, it's kind of a triumph. It may seem weird for me to draw attention to that over, like, everything else. It has many other admirable qualities as well. But, let's be honest, it's very rare for anime content creators to display any degree of self-control in that particular area. Alright, only a couple more of these to go. Yeah, big surprise, I didn't do very well. Alright, next up is Landia. You may note that there is levels go 1 to 10. We're on the almost final level, and we're only at level 4, which could pose a problem, but not as much problem as the final member of our merry band, the Hammerlord. Never play as the Hammerlord. Look at that! The tweak to his, I don't know, gameplay is that he goes stupid slow. I think he does more damage and has more health than the others, but there are so many things that go wrong when you go slower than you're used to in Kirby. It is... Look at him, just... It's not even playable. Look at him. It's horrible. Also, we are getting our butts kicked because the damage is a little bit all over the place in this mode. Which I guess offers a bit of challenge that you don't really get in regular Kirby. Like, you've really gotta care about how you're getting hit. At least in the early stages, or you could just level grind to make it easier, but that's no good. Anyway, I should explain. Guy is Landia. He is a... Well, he's a boss from Return to Dreamland, of course he is. He's okay. He's a conglomeration of 4 dragons that may or may not be the same entity, who knows? That's fine, we're gonna beat him up. Using the sword's little shield your team feature there, which is honestly pretty sweet. And there we go. Honestly, that one was relatively painless too. Now this, the super secret final boss of this demo version anyway. Guardian Angel Super Mega Landia. Okay, yeah, it tells us how to do the revival spell. We're gonna need it. You can revive your fallen party members, which is very useful if the bosses are a little bit crazy. And I guess this is kind of I could see this is kind of the appeal of Team Kirby Clash. At least the like the bigger, better eShop version of it. You'd get to fight these outlandishly powerful and difficult bosses that regular Kirby just doesn't really dabble in. Honestly, the damage this guy does sometimes is quite scary. And like, I appreciate the challenge a little bit. It was kind of nail-biting, even though I absolutely didn't win. However, the thing about that is, there's already a mode for that if you want to have Kirby but challenging, and it comes without some of the baggage that this mode has. This mode is a minigame, so you would expect to be able to beat it, like, on your first attempt maybe. Like, we are at level 5, there are 10 levels. and you're getting stronger all the time, which means there's basically no replay value to this minigame, because a lot of the earlier bosses are going to go down in a matter of seconds, which is just not my idea of fun at all. And just mandatory level grinding to defeat a minigame. That's... No! No, it's so clearly just an advertisement for the eShop Team Kirby Clash Deluxe version, and that just doesn't make me want to buy it. That's like, no. I have no time for that. More to the point, we don't have enough time left in the video. Like, honestly, this is going to be one of the longest we've ever had, and God, I had to speed up a great deal of it. It's just a time-consuming little thing that I would never do for any other reason than to get 100%. 100% is important, by the way. That's gonna show up later. Oh dear, we are dropping like flies. It is kind of intense when you're like on the verge of losing like this, though. It's just a shame you never stood a chance to begin with. Yeah, no, we're all going down to this attack. If you can't beat a quest, complete easier quests to raise your level. Uh-huh. So yeah, no, that wasn't just me being terrible at the game. This mode was made with mandatory level grinding in mind. And I don't have time to be doing that on camera, you don't either. You get the idea. I'm just gonna stop now.